You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So pardon this reclined posture I'm in right now. I'm actually in the midst of doing the September Alchemy Scopes, and I'm quite fatigued, and I need to record this intro for you. So I thought, well, I might as well just do it right now. So hopefully you'll be okay with me reclining and speaking to you. Listen, there's a lot going on. As if you've been following me, you know, it's all coming. Everybody's talking about it now too. So people are clued in, you're feeling it, right? And a lot of my clients are diving. So through the narratives, their wound stories that they hold, that's part of their encoded soul print, their narrative here to mature, grow, expand, and move through in this life. But actually, you doing it is actually for the collective, right? So when we heal the whole inherently, instantaneously. That's just how it works. But a lot of people are now diving, so they're confronting. They've healed. They've done a lot of healing, and they're now diving into their bigger story. And it's the beginning. It really is like, walking on new legs for a lot of us, right? So there's a lot going on. And the reason why I wanted to say that is because, listen, for this month, many of the signs, spreads that came up are talking about further discernment that's going on. So for a lot of people out there, a lot of demographics, because again, we're tuning into the demographics, right, of these different signs, which have different energy sets, different broad storylines that they're evolving, maturing, walking, right? The deal is that this month, spread after spread, was revealing that indeed this month of September, and again, we're in eclipse season. So for those of you who follow any astrology whatsoever, you know that we're in eclipse season now, and September is imbued with the eclipse energy, which is powerful, it's potent, it's change making, it's new potential being activated, right? Now, many of the sign spreads this month did in fact come up that were, there's stuff coming up, but it's different. It's different than in previous months because it's like there's a new layer of the veil being removed. There's new crumbling happening. There's a new level of illusion of our life, of our beliefs around our life that's melting away, that's dissolving, that's cracking, that's breaking. It's being disrupted. And that disruption is creating clarity. That's what it's all for. So anything that is not held in integrity, it's a bit like the Tower card in the tarot, but I'm not saying that everybody's going to be living through the Tower. In fact, a lot of people are going to be living in a new state of empowerment and self-love and self-respect and self-dignity and resolution to walk your path. So this is not a negative month, but for those of you out there that are maybe just starting your spiritual journey and have not been walking the path for many years, you're going to have some crumbling going on. For those of you that have been walking the path and that are familiar with what's going on and you've been really feeling into the transmutation of your soul, of yourself, the frequency shift that's been activated going on for you for years now, this is just going to be another level of your clarity, of your alignment. So there's big alignment this month, everybody, okay? So breathe, connect with nature, connect with your body, turn off technology, love yourself radically. Reach out to me. If you are ready to become clear on your soul print, reach out to me. I will tell you that I am very excited because I am going to be launching a course, Learn Your Soul Print course, that's going to be very affordable. I've been really called to make this thing very participatory, so people are very key to the identification of their own soul print narratives. But I'm going to walk you through it in a video course format, and then there's going to be live sessions available for you. So I'm thrilled. In fact, what I would say to you is, if you're interested in this right now, number one, you want to subscribe to the channel. Number two, subscribe to my free e-newsletter on my website as well, because I'm going to send out an announcement when it launches there. And my website is thealchemyofholism.com. Okay, so let's move on to the reading. Let's move on to the Alchemy Scope, the multi-point Alchemy Scope this month, and we'll see what's coming up. Okay, talk to you soon. Everyone, this is a powerful month ahead for several reasons. One is, let's take a look at the new moon cycle. So as I always do, the Alchemy Scopes are always working with nature's cycles, and I'm always tapping into the narrative, the symbology. What is the storyline that is imbuing the underpinning energies of this month ahead? Now, our new moon in Virgo this month is happening actually on the first day of the month. So September 1st, 2016, at 9 degrees, 21 minutes Virgo is our new moon. Now, new moons are always powerful because it's a seeding time. It's a time to plant seeds for what you want to make manifest. This particular new moon is also a solar eclipse, so it's extra potent. It's very powerful, and it will eclipse things out of your life. So as you plant new seeds for yourself, the things that are not serving those new seeds to come will be eclipsed out. So let's take a look at the symbology. Very, very powerful, everybody. At this 9 degree, 21 minute point, the Sabian symbol is two heads looking out and beyond the shadows. Now, Dane Rudyard writes this about this particular symbol. He says, the growth of true understanding, born out of the transcendence of duality, even while immersed in the world of duality. And we can feel into that very easily. So if you imagine two heads looking out and beyond the shadows, this is clarity. This is the ability to see. It's ability to see here and there, both. So this month, as Mercury goes retrograde, the entirety essentially of this month, or the majority of September, here we are met and supported with this symbol. Indeed, this is a month of clarity, of deep clarity, of seeing the spiritual realities despite our context. So even though we're dealing with the minutia of daily life and this physical reality that we're all trudging through, there is a clarity at hand. You're able to see clearly your own life, the patterns deeper under the layers of your own life, and that of the outside world, quote unquote, outside world. Okay, so very powerful month. And again, Mercury is retrograde. So that again speaks to the mind now is going through a process of inner reflection. And indeed, it's about recalibration. So this month, for all of us, this is a storyline about recalibrating our mind's stories. Cancer, so welcome to your spread. As you can see here, I'm going to be channeling some art as well. And this is what's called a Buddha board. I'm painting with water here. And what I've done is I've already shuffled and cut the cards for you. And they're set aside. And then before turning on the camera, I kind of tuned into the board and an initial form came. And then I just turn on the camera and follow the process. It's pretty rapid. It comes quickly. It's rather effortless. I just kind of go with what's wanting to come, what image is forming. So for you, it's looking like there's a bit of a bowl or a platform that has roots at the bottom and some bloom at the top, but we'll come back to that. Let's pull your spread. You can see faraway lands came up, storm upset, yes, magic alchemy at the top, wanting desire in the middle. So your desires are a central focus for you during this cycle. So faraway lands allow surrender, receive collaboration. That's in your spiritual sector. At the foundational sector, so in your 3D reality, upset, support, believe, and ask. So we'll talk about all of these. Yes, and investigate in the emotional sector. In the mental sector, magic, break. Okay, so the camera will pull back. Let's go ahead and talk about the spread first, Cancer, and then we'll tap into the artwork and see what the form is saying about this event, circumstance, or situation. We're tapping into the collective. It's a general narrative of unfolding for the spiraled evolution of Cancer. So for this cycle, what is unfolding? At the center, Cancer, is the desire card. So what you really want at your core is coming up for review. And it has something to do for a lot of you with something far away. So there is some, either an opportunity that's located outside of your local town, or there is an event that you'd like to attend or go to, or there's a community in another place. There are people perhaps in another place, because indeed the collaboration card is coming up. So let's talk first about the spiritual sector. So over at that right side, far away came up, surrender and allow came up, receive came up, and collaboration. This is about receiving collaborative support elsewhere, but allowing that process to happen. So you're surrendering to receiving collaboration. A lot of you are needing help now for one reason or another. There's some upset going on though. So now if we go to the bottom of the spread, there is, Cancer, for a lot of you, things that don't feel aligned. And the dissonance is causing upset, and it has to do with support and your belief around asking for support. So you're upset around maybe not feeling able to ask for support, but your desire is that you need it. You want it, you desire it, but you have upset around asking for it. And that goes to the faraway lands. And it could be, by the way, for a lot of you, that you feel that your support is in faraway lands. You might have family that's located outside of where you live in another country or another location. And you're upset maybe around that distance. But it's like the spiritual unfolding for you is to actually receive the collaboration, to allow the receipt of help. But you have a dissonance going on because maybe you have trouble asking for help at a foundational level. In the emotional sector, you are going to want to investigate. So you're feeling like you have some opportunity or optimism that's coming up with regards to investigating how you can receive help. And for some of you, this is in regards to either, recent sickness, or maybe even, you're planning your older age, your retirement. It's like you could be really looking at different stages for your life and maybe wanting to figure things out. So you're going to be curious and investigating. Up in the mental sector, your mind is going to be thinking that things have broken, magic has broken, things that felt delicious, good, connected. There is separation now. It is broken now. You can see that break card is also separation and dissolution. So that can mean different things. In this particular spread, this is talking about being separate from. So for you, you're needing collaboration, you're wanting support, but there's a feeling of it being broken. Now or separated, that you're separate from the help and the support that you need. With regards to the art that is coming up here, there was this kind of grand dish. It almost felt like it's, a large dish that you would put on a dining table that has edges on the side, short edges on the side, and the little holder down at the bottom, the stem down at the bottom, three legs holding it up. On the top of that, there's something being served. So essentially it was like these three sprouts, these three upshoots, but it didn't feel like a plant necessarily. It feels like something else being served on this platter. It could be flame, something flaming is being served on the platter. But it's almost like what I want to say, Cancer, is that there's something here available and on offer. But you are going to need to understand how to ask for the help that you need. I think that's part of what's coming up here. There are probably levels to this, and keep in mind, this is a general reading. You're all going to have very individual nuances to what this event, circumstance, situation is to you and your particular life journey. So for those of you interested, you can connect with me about your particular personalized alchemy scope, okay? So let's take a look now, Cancer, at the I Ching and the Dakini that came up for you. So when I tap into the Sabian symbol, we're tapping into the collective story. When I'm tapping into the I Ching, we're tapping into the micro story, the microcycle, for, in this case, the Cancerian demographic. What is underpinning your event, circumstance, situation? Well, your narrative is excessive pressure. The I Ching that came up for you was number 28, excessive pressure. This is literally talking about something is about to collapse and you need to get out of the way. So for a lot of you, there is some storm. There is major upset that is requiring support, but you asking again is the growth edge for you, right? But indeed, this time frame for the Cancerian spiraled evolution is about pressure. There is pressure of some sort that's needing action for you to take in order to alleviate the pressure. And interestingly, very interestingly, I mean perfectly, all of this is perfect. These readings always blow me away because they are really so aligned. The I Ching, the Dakini that you receive. So who are you to become to ride this wave? Number 16, Apsara Cultura. Now, I have to say, Cancer, this is fascinating because inherently, Apsara Cultura is about culture, but certainly it speaks to Southeast Asia. So if I'm looking right now at Penny Slinger's description, and it's found. So this particular Dakini is based on Hindu and Buddhist mythology, and they were known as these celestial nymphs, these dancing nymphs, and they're found in India, China, Japan, Bali, Tibet, and Nepal. So there is this for a lot of us. Now, some of you are going to be from those areas, so this is not going to apply specifically with that location articulation. But for most of us watching this reading, Faraway Lands is tapping into another culture, okay? So inherently, Apsara Cultura is tapping into another culture. And of course, you had the Faraway Lands card. So for some of you, you really are considering support or receiving collaboration, some sort of collaborative effort or support, indeed, in another culture. Okay. Now, with regards to Apsara Cultura, this is what the energy is. Who you are to become is a divine dancing girl. That's really what she is. So she brings good luck and good fortune travels with her and envelops in a fragrance. So this is who you are to become. This is like becoming optimistic. Keep in mind, your spread had the yes, investigate card. So it's like you are going to be investigating, some of you are going to be investigating a trip, something far away. Even though there's storm, there's like something despite the storm, it's going to pull you into investigating. The Apsara cultura Dakini engenders not titillation, but heavenly feelings and vibrations. She embodies the concept that one can make oneself into a vessel of higher frequencies. Now, everybody, I really want to point this out. The artwork that came was like a platter. It is like a vessel. It wasn't quite a grail because it wasn't rounded, but it was like a platter that you'd put on a dining room table. That is the vessel. That is what we're talking about here. And there were flames or something emerging out from the middle of that vessel. You are too, this is what I'm seeing for you, Cancer. I mean, you are to access your higher frequencies with Apsara cultura. You are to become this higher frequency self. Again, the middle of your spread was wanting and desire. So this is tapping into a base frequency that is your juice, it's your life force, it's your vitality. This is your second chakra desire set. This is juicy. That's what this is talking about for you. Also, a couple other notes here about Apsara. Life as art and art as spiritual practice. Now, that's great guidance. We'll land on that here for you because any of you, first of all, you're all artists. Everybody is an artist. For those of you that are really called to start tapping into your creative side, to your creative aspects of self, I highly recommend you doing that because that's going to help you tap into your wanting and desire. That's going to help you break free of any ties binding you from asking for help or support, etc. Okay, so very good. Let's land there, and Cancer, let's move on to the end here. Hey everyone. So before I sign off for this month, I wanted to alert all of you that haven't seen my previous advertisement video that I have some offerings on the table, some tools to help clarify what's happening for you, for your soul journey over the course of this very dynamic period. So for the fall 2016, there's an offering for me to provide you a video tapping into your particular soul journey and what's unfolding for you. And there's also, I'm putting on the table now, way in advance of 2017, but for those interested in tapping into their 2017 cycle, that is also on the table now. And I will tell you that what I didn't put in the other video is right now it's at a discounted rate because it's before 2017. But once 2017 hits, or maybe even at the end of December, I don't know when I'll do it, but the price will go up. But you have many months. But I will say, for anybody now who's interested, that's on offer. And then for anybody interested in tapping into both 2016 fall and the 2017 year for them, for what's unfolding, for what is the narrative and what's the growth edge? What is it that's pulling you into a new state of being over the course of this time frame in human history? There's a special deal for both of those. Okay, so again, these are videos from me, personalized videos from me for you to help clarify what's going on in your storyline. So if you're interested in that, the link will be somehow here on the video. And the link will always be in the description below this video as well. Okay, so everybody, I'm wishing you a very empowering, self-loving, self-aligning month of September 2016. I'll see you soon. Bye.